equations, ratio, proportions and variation. A ratio is used to compare two or more quantities with the same unit, although ratio does not have any unit. So let's take the first example. In an 80-liter solution, ratio of water and alcohol is 3:2. What is the amount of water present? So for solving such types of questions, I'm going to convert the ratio into parts. For example, 3 parts is water and 2 parts is alcohol. So total 3 parts and 2 parts, there are total of 5 parts. And the quantity given is of total solution. So 5 parts is 80 liter. So if 5 parts is 80 liter, one part has to be 80 divided by 5, which is 16 liters. So amount of water will be 3 into 16, which is a 48 liters, and amount of alcohol has to be 2 into 16, which is 32 liters. You can directly solve this as 3 parts out of total 3 plus 2, which is a total of 5 parts, into 80, which is a 48 liters. So based on this theory of parts, we are going to solve few more examples. So you have to find the numbers from the given ratio. In the first example, ratio is given as 2:3, where the sum of numbers is given as 50. Now I know 2 plus 3, 5 parts. 5 parts is 15. One part has to be 15 divided by 5, which is 3. So 2 parts will be 2 into 3, which is 6. 3 parts will be 3 into 3, which is a 9. Second example, 3 and 5, 8 parts, and the sum of 8 parts is given as 24. So 8 parts is 24. Again, one part is a 3. So 3 3s are 9, 5 3s are 15. Next example, ratio is given as 1:3 and sum is 27. 1 part plus 2 part, 3 parts. The value of 3 parts is given as 27. So 1 part has to be 27 divided by 3, which is a 9. So 1 part will be 9, 2 parts is a 18. In the next example, difference is given as 36. Now it is 1 part, this is a 5 part. So total 6 parts, but I want difference. So difference is 5 minus 1, 4 parts. 4 parts ka value given as 36. So 1 part is 36 divided by 4, which is a 9. So this is a 9 and this is 5 9s are 45. Please check 45 minus 9, 36. Let's take one more example. Ratio is given as 4:7, whereas difference is given as 50. So 4 parts, 1 parts. Difference is the 3 parts. So 3 parts is given as 15. So 1 part has to be 15 divided by 3, which is a 5. So 4 parts is a 4 5s are 20. 7 parts, 7 5s are 35. Let's move to the next concept, which is related to the previous slide, but the question is given in the words. Difference of two numbers is 32 and the ratio is 7:3. First part 7, second part 3. Difference is of 4 parts. Value of 4 parts is given as 32. So 1 part is a 32 divided by 4, which is a 8. So 7 part has to be 7 into 8, 56. 3 into 8, 20. So find the sum of numbers. So which is a 56 plus 24, that is a 80. Now there is one shortcut for this types of question. We are interested in only in the sum of numbers. So 7 and 3, total is a 10 parts. Difference of two numbers is 32. So difference is 4 parts ka value is given as 32. I am interested in the sum, that is 10 parts is how much. So I can see 4 into 8 is a 32. So 10 into 8 has to be a 80. So you can solve such types of questions directly. Next example. Two friends separated by a certain distance started walking towards each other. When they meet, one of them has walked 20 meters more than the other. If the ratio of the distance that had covered is 2:3, find the distance that originally separated them. Again, similar type of question with different language. One friend has covered two parts, other friend has covered three parts. Two parts, three parts, so there's a difference of one part. The second guy has covered one extra part in terms of ratio, and in terms of value it is 20 meters. So if one part is 20 meter, five parts, that is the total distance that has separated them, is how much? Obviously we can cross multiply to get our answer as 100 meters. So let's look at this example. Amol saves rupees 2 per day while Bimla saves rupees 5 per day. So at the end of day 1, Amol ka saving is rupees 2 while Bimla ka saving is rupees 5. At the end of second day, Amol ka saving is rupees 4 while Bimla ka saving is rupees 10. The ratio of saving, which is 2:5, it's not going to change. Let's solve some good questions based on this concept only. What is the saving at the end of day 3? Obviously, it is 3 into 2, 6, and 3 into 5, it's a 50. Next question, at the end of 10th day, what is the saving of Amol and Bimla? Pretty simple. 10 into 2 is a 20, while 10 into 5 is a 50. At the end of 50th day, Amol ka saving will be 50 into 200, and Bimla ka saving will be 50 into 5, which is a 250. Now comes a good question. At the end of which day Amol ka saving is 150? So Amol saves 2 per day. In how many days he is going to save rupees 150? Just cross multiply to get the answer as 75. Which means that at the end of 75th day, Amol ka saving is 150. So what is the saving of Bimla at the end of 75th day? Simply it's a 75 into 5, it's a 375. Next question, at the end of which day Bimla ka saving is 450? We know Bimla saves 5 per day, so 450 divided by 5, that is 90. So at the end of 90th day, Bimla ka saving is 450, and similarly 90 multiplied by 2, which is 180. So at the end of 90th day, Amol ka saving is 180. Difference of saving is 360. As we can see that Amol saves 2 parts, Bimla saves 5 parts. So the difference is 3 parts. In one day, the difference is 3 rupees. In how many days, the difference is 360 rupees. Obviously, we can cross multiply to get our answer as 120. Last question, sum of saving is 420. Amol saves 2 parts, Bimla saves 5 parts, total is 7 parts. So in one day, together they save 7 parts. In how many days together they will save 420? Cross multiply 420 divided by 7, that is 60 days. So at the end of 60 days, the sum of saving is 420. If A by B is 2:3 and B by C is 4:3, find A is to B is to C. In such type of examples where two quantities are compared with respect to one quantity, so I can see that A upon B is 2 by 3 and B upon C is 4 by 3. What is common in both the ratios? B is common, so I have to equate B. So for equating B, I have to look at the coefficients. So in the second equation, it's a 4. In the first equation, it's a 3. I'm going to multiply the first equation with a 4. So it will become 8 upon 12. Whereas multiplying the second equation with a 3, so it becomes 12 upon 9. Now I can see that B is common and it is equal in all the ratios. So I can compare all the three quantities. So my ratio of A is to B is to C comes out to be 8 is to 12 is to 9. One more example. 2 times of A is equal to 3 times of B is equal to 4 times of C. Find the ratio of A is to B is to C. So A is to B is to C is 2 is to 3 is to 4. This is the wrong concept. Read the equation carefully. It is given as 2 times of A is equal to 3 times of B is equal to 4 times of C. For simplifying such questions, we are going to use the LCM of the coefficient. So my LCM of 2, 3 and 4 is a 12. So I will equate this term to a 12. So that means 2A is a 12 or A will be 6. 3B is 12 or B will be 4. 4C is 12, so C will be 3. So the required ratio of A is to B is to C is 6 is to 4 is to 3.